when there's a wide adoption, how will this development impact wealth distribution among different social classes in the future?
Well, roughly speaking, I would kind of segregate the world into two kind of countries, so to speak, or at least segregate the adopters into two kind of countries, right? Let's just say we look at countries like Japan and Korea. One of the reasons why we're seeing adoption in those countries is because both countries have a little bit of inverted population pyramid, which basically means that their institutions getting a lot of retirement wealth, which is good, but to some extent, both countries facing a lack of young people who's joining the workforce and can help manage that inflow. So this is where kind of fintech can help. And also the other reason why fintech can help is that in both countries, their own domestic economy start to slow down because of retirement, right? Then they are both looking to invest outside of their country to look for high growth opportunities, right? And that's usually basically that means they have to bring in some capabilities that they have not developed within their own ecosystem, right? So those are situations where you see a lot of adoption that generally help the sort of the overall ecosystem. It's not focusing on just making any kind of inequality worse. However, places where I'm generally a little bit concerned would be countries where they are already starting with some degree of inequality. So those were the countries where I think you're probably going to be a lot more likely to see that the well-to-do will have access to a lot more of these tools before the rest of the population have access to it.
And who are these countries?
Well, I mean, if you look at the Gini index, right? Obviously, a lot of the developing countries fall into this category, but surprisingly, right? Some wealthy countries also fall into this kind of category. I mean, a prime example is the U.S., right? And simply because the top 1%, the percentage of wealth being controlled by the top 1% is so much more disproportionate than the remaining, whether you call it the 98%, 99%, etc. Right? And a lot of those folks in the rest of the bucket, the problem is they're living paycheck to paycheck. They really don't have a way to have a lot of surplus wealth to invest, right? So if you're bringing in technology that actually make investment more effective, and you don't have surplus wealth to begin with, right? That's not good.
Will it be cheaper for normal people, if I may use that word, to invest?
It's going to make it more cost effective, right? But at the same time, right? I mean, I would say, for the middle class, right? It's still going to be. It's actually going to be. It does make it easier for the middle class to have access to the same sort of premium service that in the past only the very wealthy have access to, right? So that's one of the advantages we see. But I think the thing that I'm normally concerned about is not necessarily even the middle class, but it's what about folks who really have difficulty struggling from paycheck to paycheck, right? It's hard to guess what the net effect is going to be. But on the other hand, right, if I think there's a potential danger in some of these societies when the wealth distribution is not optimal to begin with, or is already creating a lot of social and equality issues to begin with, whether this is going to help, or this is, this kind of development is going to help, or it's just going to make it more and more extreme. And as we all know, right? I mean, I think the BBC actually came out with a very recent series on why certain civilization collapsed, and it turned out one of the most common reasons when you look back in history for civilization collapse, one of the major contributors is that if over time, if inequality become too extreme, most of the time, I mean, those civilizations tend not to do very well.